Hey there everyone, my name is Bucket Chapman and we're back with some more Pokemon Stadium 2 Challenge Gift Pokemon thing run. I don't even know what I'd call it. I'm running through with Gift Pokemon, what more do you need to know? I mean, ultimately, this isn't going to be all that difficult, that's just kind of how it is, but like, I'm just having fun. Like, no matter what you do, if you're using your own Pokemon, it is always going to be very easy. It's just the nature of this game. Because you can basically craft like entire Pokemon teams, and while it can take a while, admittedly, to actually make a good team, at the end of the day, your Pokemon can have like perfect movesets dope for dealing with these Pokemon. Oh god. I think this Shuckle has something bad, but I'm just gonna surf him. I mean, at the end of the day, it's Shuckle. Doesn't really do much. And we get to see that sweet surfing Pikachu. Oh, he even two-hit it, damn. Are you serious? Oh my god! I kinda wanna switch, but like, at the same time, it's like, if you actually think about it, this isn't gonna do any damage. Like, I can fly, but that won't do any damage either. So, there's no point. Maybe I'll do it for fun after this. Shuckle's one of those Pokemon that seems like it's designed to be good for in the competitive scene, but like, it really isn't. It's just not good. The problem is that like, even with all those like insanely skewed stats, maxing out its HPs, or its HP EVs, doesn't really do that much for it. And like it just doesn't get enough moves is the problem. Like it does eventually get some good moves like Sticky Web and crap. And I really like it, I want it to be good, but sadly it's just not. Doesn't help that Bug Rock is not that great of a type. It doesn't have too many weaknesses, but it's neutral to like almost everything. And at the end of the day, it's still weak to water. And water is a very common type, so... I think this Tangela has a miracle... No, it has a Miracle Seed, is what it has. So I should be able to paralyze it. It's kind of funny, because like if you... I was using a Smeargle with... I think I mentioned this in the other episode. I was using a Smeargle with like Spore, Lock-On, Guillotine, and... Ouch! And Fissure, and I was thinking like, well... This will probably get blocked by something with a Mint or a Miracle Berry, but surprisingly enough, there's very few Pokemon in these cups that actually have Miracle Berries for some reason. They always seem to have like Purrs Cure Berries, you know, as it is. It's kind of weird. But I mean, whatever. That's just how it is. I mean, it's nice to be able to use Spore, not have to worry about that too much. Yeah, I'll just flame him. I mean, Tangela has surprisingly good physical bulk and like actually like good special attack. But its special bulk is very low. Ugh. You know, I really wish actual Pokemon games would have more like in-game options for like challenge runs. Like Pokemon Black and White and then Black and White 2 had that, but not only was it not implemented well at all, it's like it's actually kind of busted in the sense that the normal mode is the easiest one. Challenge mode is obviously harder because they like upgrade like movesets, items, and stuff. But like the easy mode is actually like one of the harder than the normal mode because I don't know how they did that. Obviously, they didn't do it in a super straightforward way because I can't actually confirm this, but I heard it from a speedrunner, and I'm going to take their word for it because they probably know the game pretty well, that the stats of the Pokemon in the challenge, in the different difficulty options, don't actually change. Their levels do, but not their stats for some reason. I don't know why. I'm guessing it has something to do, like... Because given the way it's set up, they probably didn't go out of their way to make 3 sets of teams for every single trainer in the game. So they probably just have like a thing where like after every battle, or before every battle, it just checks the difficulty, and it's just like, all right, well if it's easy, we'll just lower all their levels by 1 or 2. but the way they do it doesn't actually lower their stats. It just lowers the level, which does actually slightly reduce the damage that they do, because level does play a part in damage calculations, but ultimately, yeah, it kind of makes it harder, because even though their stats are the same, you're getting less levels from them, so it becomes a bit more, well, I guess that's not harder necessarily, but it does become a lot more grindy as a result. Yeah, I guess that's good. I have nothing really for normal types, so if I come across a bulky normal type, you just gotta brute force it. I just find that interesting, because that's kind of one of those things you never realize. Because it's pretty obvious when you actually know about it. Like, go play black or white and turn on like the difficulty options and see if it's like harder or not, because like you're gonna be taking pretty much the same damage and they're gonna be taking the same damage too, but you're gonna be lower level because they're lower level, quote unquote. It's just kind of one of those things, and it's kind of funny because even though it's so obvious, like nobody ever really notices, because to be honest, just in general, the difficulty options are not very well handled. The fact that you have to get a certain version of the game to do that is kind of obnoxious. Damn, man, that hits hard. Just like this headbutt's gonna hit hard. Good God. And this Pikachu has perfect stats, by the way. So consider that, like, even with perfect stats, that Pikachu took, like, more than half its health from just a headbutt. I mean, Granbull has really good attack, but still, like, damn. Oh, it's Ariados. Ariados. Ariadash. I always kind of find it... What the heck was... I could not words there. I always found it kind of funny how Ariados is, like... Ledian and Ariados are supposed to be like a duo, kind of like... Because you find Ledian and Lediba in the morning, and then you find Spinarak and Ariados at night. But Ariados is so much better than Ledian, it's not even funny. Like, it's not like Ariados is all that great. It's honestly pretty shitty too, but like... It's like, it's a respectable kind of crap, where it's like, it's still good early on. And even late game, it can at least get some stuff done with, like, Sludge Bomb, and it gets a surprisingly good move pool, since it learns, like, Giga Drain and Psychic and stuff like that. Whereas Ledian kind of just doesn't do anything. Like, I guess it's a decent baton passer, if nothing else, but that's basically all it does. Like, its special defense is so high that its other stats are just, like, nothing. Like, even though it looks like it's like a boxer, its attack set is, like, I think, like, 30. It is incredibly low. Like, consider that even something like Butterfree has, like, I think 45 attack. So just think about how bad Ledian's is, when it looks like it should have a good one. But for some reason, they gave it a decent special attack stat. And when I say decent, I mean, like, I don't know, like 60. Something like that. So it's not even good either. It's kind of just sad. We got a Fire Breather, but I think I'm actually going to use... I'll use Golduck, because his Surf will hit harder than Pikachu's. Magmar is good for Blossom, just in case, and I guess Dogio just for both. Really, it's just like whatever. Magmar is good because he's a natural, like, wall. I think that Magcargo has Earthquake, though, so I gotta be careful of that. Like, Magcargo's attack stat's not that good, but... I mean, Magmar's defense is also really bad. Magmar's very frail. Physically, anyways. Its special defense is okay. If nothing else, I guess. Okay. And then immediately, accuracy crap. Accuracy works in, I think, quarters in this game, where every accuracy stat, when it gets... Wow, that was awesome. That's one of those rare quotes you never get to hear, because it's pretty rare to get a crit super effective right off the bat. Because even if it is super effective, especially in round 2, they tend to just switch a lot. It's hard to get just, like, straight-on super effective hits in later game. But I guess this cup's kind of generous. I'm gonna switch because of accuracy. But yeah, it works in quarters. So like one smoke screen makes it so that my accuracy is 3/4 the normal amount, and then each one adds an extra quarter to that. So the second smoke screen will be 3/5, and then the third one will be 3/6. So it does have diminishing returns as a result, which is pretty good, I think, because otherwise accuracy reduction would be super like obnoxious in this game. Body slam is still the strongest move here. But if I paralyze, I'll start low kicking just because I can paralyze or flinch. Dang. Yeah, because I figured Lickitung's really bulky. Even with that sun up, that's gonna do not that much. Lickitun's special attack is actually surprisingly not that bad. Like, it's not a Pokemon you really think of, but it's like this weird thing where, like, I guess its attack sense are pretty bad, but like they're both the same thing pretty much. It's just like a bulky Pokemon as well. Lickitun's a very strange Pokemon. The ultimate Fire Blast! Although Fire Blast actually looks like a pretty fitting animation for it, the way it kind of like scoops out from under its tongue. It actually kind of looks cool. Anyways, let's drill that tongue. Good God. Man, the drill peck animation in this game is so good. It's so satisfying to watch that drill pop up and just hear the choo 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 choo. It's like one of the most obvious attacks that misses too. Like, because if it misses, it just does the one drill sound and just kind of whimpers out. Which is actually kind of cool. That something that not. I mean, I guess a lot of people probably do realize it, but you'd be surprised how many don't. Where like, whatchamacallit, that attacks actually have different sounds for whether they hit or not. I don't think every attack does, but I know a lot do. Like, Dynamic Punch will have a more, like, whiff sound instead of, like, a smack sound. That's still not going to hurt that much. I mean, all things considered, doing 40 damage to a not very effective hit in this game is still kind of a lot. I mean, Gold, Silver, Crystal is just bulky. That's just the generation. What was I talking about? I kind of forgot. I kind of blanked. But whatever, yeah. Man, I love Magcargo so much. He's like one of my favorite Pokemon, but he's just... God, is he bad. He's like one of the worst fully evolved Pokemon in the entire series. Having a 4 times weakness to water and ground and being slow as molasses is not good. Like, its special attack isn't even that good. Like, its defense is decent. I think it's 120, but like, it also has a low HP stat, so that 120 defense doesn't even matter that much. Like, I think this thing's base stat total is like the same as Ponyta, a Pokemon who can still evolve. Like, it's kind of sad. Like, you can tell they didn't want the Pokemon in Johto to like be overpowered, which is why a lot of them are kind of weak, but they definitely went a little too far. I guess so. I mean, Gligar will probably be nice. Gligar will kind of wall Ampharos at least, so that'll be good. Magmar is finally going to come in handy here. He's good against pretty much the whole team. I always found it kind of funny how Jinx, Magmar, and Electabuzz were supposed to be like this trio, and they all got babies in Gen 2, and then Gen 4, Magmar and Electabuzz get an evolution, and Jinx is just forgotten. Like, poor Jinx. Like, I don't know if it has something to do with, like, whoa, this Skarmory's faster? Holy. Oh god, what is that? Is that Hidden Power Rock? I can't believe that Skarmory is faster than me, too. Magmar's not that slow. I guess Skarmory's not slow either, but damn. This is supposed to be like the toxic guy too, and instead he just hidden powers me. I didn't expect that. There's like no information on what their hidden power types are. Like when I was doing my unevolved challenge run for Red, my info for that fight is basically, I don't know what the fuck their types are, so just hope to God it isn't good against your Pokemon. And that's pretty much what I did. I think this Ampharos is only attacking me with Thunderbolt, so... Glico's a pretty safe switch. Like, it'll toxic me, but that's okay. Can't really do much after that. What was I talking about? Good God, my train of thought is so, like, scattered. What's he doing? Oh, no! I had Sandstorm, too. I could have used that. I betcha this doesn't die in one hit, by the way. So I totally should have Sandstormed. That's fine, though. You have to take a bit for the poison to get anywhere because of the leftovers. Based leftovers, man. Hey! Okay, good. Oh, Sandstorm after this if it doesn't kill. Which it almost certainly won't because Ampharos is quite tanky, yeah. Alright, let's Sandstorm up. What was I talking about? Goddamn! I always get into new topics and I'm just like confused. I actually can't remember what I was talking about. This is embarrassing. I'm supposed to be I mean, I guess I'm not that great a commentator, but whatever. Scouring Sandstorm hurts. You know, I didn't know for the longest time what he said during these, but the quotes are specifically, this scouring sandstorm hurts, and the sandstorm rips and tears. It's hard to hear, though, because, like, it often, like, the sounds kind of block it out. I'll just wing attack. Oh, the move failed. You know, it's kind of funny that Sandstorm is actually stronger in this game than it is in future games. Future games made it so that Sandstorm is only 1/16 damage, and that it's more that it synchronizes well with abilities and the fact that it gives rock types a special defense boost. But in this game, it just does 1/8 damage every turn. It's actually quite strong for a residual damage. And I kind of wish it stayed that way. Like, I know Sandstorm is probably like the... Well, no, rain is usually considered the best of the weathers because, like, the, like, insane, like, swift swim boosts it gives everything, and the fact that, like, water just gets a boost is so sick. Like, it's kind of this weird imbalance where water types are once again the best of the types, because Sunny Day is like, okay, it boosts the power of fire moves and weakens water moves, but almost every fire type lacks a synchronizing ability, whereas grass types are the ones that get the abilities like chlorophyll. It's just strange. I should be able to live one more toxic damage. I want to continue just for funsies. Actually, if it's attacking me, that's gonna kill then. Maybe I'll crit? Dang. What's it have? Because it's not protecting anymore. Oh shit! Miss! Sandstorm's up. That doesn't do anything, but still miss. Damn. Ouch. There goes my continue. And yeah, speaking of which, I always find it funny how they gave rock types the special defense boost, but didn't do anything for ground and steel types. Like, it helps because rock types are kind of weak defensively, but, like, in the same venue, like, rock types are really good offensively. Like, rock is, like, I think generally considered the best offensive type in the game these days, because it's good against a lot of shit. Like, it's good against bug, flying, ice, fire, and then it's neutral against a lot of other stuff, too. Like, the only thing that resists rock is ground, steel. Ground and steel? Is that it? Surely there's more than that. Like, you'd be surprised how often people forget what the more obscure type interactions. Like, bug isn't... Like, rock and ground don't resist bug, so if you make a horn of golem, for example, it doesn't resist that. Which is something that I always kind of forget, because even though I know it, it's always just like, it feels like rock and ground, like rock should resist bug, and I don't know why, because I know bug resists ground. But I think it's because bug and fighting both resist each other, and it's one of those weird typings that, like, kind of infects the rest of the typings. Like, because bug is... I don't know why. Game Freak seems to think bug is really good or something, because everything resists it. Like, I think bug is the most resisted type in the game, in the series. Like, they added the fairy type, and fairy also resists bug. It's like, what the heck? I know this is a baton pass team, so I'm actually going to set up my own baton pass, because This trainer is actually quite scary if she gets set up. That should be good, I think. Let me check something here. Okay, just making sure. Sometimes I start recording and I forget to actually check if it's picking up the sound. And that's a very novice move, because if I've been recording all this for nothing, it feels like just a big waste of time. I'll just agility sword stance and have at him. Yeah, because like it sets up double team and that's annoying, but like she has one kind of AI flaw where if she has two baton passers, they'll kind of switch between each other endlessly and just waste their time. Which is good because baton pass team is quite scary actually. She's definitely one of the more memorable trainers because of that. I'm just listening, because man, I love the announcer quotes. You rarely get to hear the one where both Pokemon just set up. Okay. Because yeah, you could hear him. He mentioned like, they're both planning to bat. I can't speak the words, and I don't remember what he said now. What the heck? Whatever, it's Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime will be fast and will probably... Actually, will it outspeed? What do I have? I have Gligar. Mr. Mime, I don't think this Mr. Mime has any ice moves. But I'm going to take a chance and send out Gligar. Because an Earthquake from Gligar will definitely kill. Mr. Mime's very physically frail. It's one of the most physically frail Pokemon in the game, in fact. I think the only other fully evolved Pokemon that's more frail is, like, Jinx. That's good. That'll kill. Good. I was scared because, like, I think a lot of Pokemon don't really have fantastic movesets until you get to like Master Couple. They'll start having like tons of coverage moves. But like, yeah. Probably not, because I'm just gonna Earthquake it again. Actually, this might not kill. Giraffrig's kind of bulky. Okay, it's good. It fainted just like that. Yow! Heavy blow sets the pace. Man, it's one of my favorite quotes. Oh, she has the Smeargle. This Smeargle actually has like an insane move pool. I think it has like high jump kick, like hydro pump, arrow blast, and crap like that. If Smeargle's stats weren't so bad, this Smeargle would actually be scary. But as is, I'm just Earthquaking. Ah, heavy hit! Man. Kinda almost ironic that I used her strategy against her, hey? How does it feel? Baton Pass teams are, like, they aren't that great in this game, but I think you do still see it sometimes in competitive play, because I think, whatchamacallit, because Giraffrey gets Baton Pass. Giraffrey is kind of useful, and is kind of usable in OU. Maybe I'm just speaking out my ass, but I have seen it before. But, like, holy crap, like, there's a reason why Smogon did, like, its first, like, set of, like, actual serious, like, complicated bans on Baton Pass in later games. Especially in, like, Gen 3, because, like, if you don't have the right, like, basically, this is how it works if you see a Baton Pass team, is that if you don't immediately have the right moves to deal with it, you've already lost. Because you just can't do anything. I think in this instance I will use... I guess I'll pull up Pikachu just because Pikachu can hit hard. A lot of these are bulky mons, and I believe this guy uses like Mean Look strategy, so Mean Look and Toxic, Mean Look Confuse, Mean Look Perish Song. Just focusing around stuff that normally is easily switchable, but he just Mean Looks you. Which unfortunately, because of how fast-paced the Pokemon series is, it doesn't really work that well. Like even in the bulky like metagame of Gen 2, it's still like kind of hard to do Mean Look strats because you have to spend a lot of time getting stuff started whereas they just get 2 turns to hit you, you know. Psychic will hit hard here. I kind of wanted to Thunder Punch because paralyzing would be sweet, but whatever. Yeah, it's 2 hits, so Like, look at him. He's like all happy. Like, look, what are you gonna do? And it's like, sorry, man. I just two-hit you with Psychic. And I'm faster. See, like, I outsped the Golbat, but not the Skarmory. Like, Golbat's pretty fast. Isn't it? Maybe not that fast. I think it's just, like, I sometimes forget that Skarmory's actually a fast poke. Wow, I just got wrecked. Except, he mean-looked, so this is, like, a waste of time. That's so weird. I'm gonna switch, though, because it's gonna mean-look, guaranteed, and Pikachu's frail enough that it's not like Toxic really matters that much. I'd rather just hit it really hard with Thunderbolt. Umbreon's got like not a lot of good moves anyways. Like, its offensive stats aren't horrible, but like it just doesn't get good moves. Like, the strongest dark move is Feint Attack. I mean, the only other dark move is Crunch. That's really stronger, but like Houndoom gets that, you know. That's pretty sick. I think actually the there's an event Charmander that has Crunch too. And I was originally considering using Charizard over Magmar, but like then I realized that like almost every Pokemon on the team is flying type, and it's probably better to avoid having too many flying types, because otherwise Bolt Beam will wreck my ass. Oh, it has Detect. It's kind of funny how in this generation Detect is just worse Protect, because even though they're both TMs in this game too, and every Pokemon learns both of them, I believe. But in later games, because of like Imprison in like doubles, Detect is actually better because it isn't a TM anymore, and thus is harder to get. Even though it still has less PP, it's very strange. I don't know. But outside of doubles, Detect is generally just worse Protect because it just has less PP. It's very strange. I don't know. It's kind of one of those weird moves that, like, the PP doesn't really make any sense. Like, Vine Whip was the same way for a long time, too, right? It has only 10 PP in Gen 1, and it's like, why? It's a 35 power move, and you gave it less PP than, like, Thunderbolt and Flamethrower and Surf? Like, you know, those moves that are, like, used, like, constantly because they're just so consistently strong. And then you have Vine Whip at 35 PP. It's like, what's up with that? Extrasensory was another case of this, but it was in the complete opposite direction, where even though it's an 80 power move, psychic move that can flinch, it had 30 PP. It's like, I think, the best power to PP ratio of any move in the series. Like, they actually nerfed it, I think, in Gen 6, I want to say? Maybe it was Gen 5, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't nerfed until Gen 6. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. What does this Dewgong have? It might have Protect. I don't know. I guess I'll just Thunderbolt. Ice! I looked that up. I saw it was Surf. I was like, yeah, that's Surf. And then I picked it. I got a critical hit, so it wasn't a big deal. Except it was, because that would have definitely killed. I think I'm probably dead. Oh, it's trying to Whirlpool. It kind of reminds me how the Claire gym leader like area is like probably one of the easiest ones, except for Claire herself. Like, Claire herself is actually pretty tricky over the rest of the gym leaders, but like the first two fights are just piss easy because the female Clue Trainer tries to focus on like trapping you and putting you to sleep, but Sleep Claws kind of ruins that. Not to mention that trapping moves in general are just not that great because of their inaccuracy. Really, trapping moves should have 100% accuracy, considering how like. Really? That was the most crazy thing. I crit, and then I held on with Focus Band. Damn. I guess Magmar was faster. Watch this thing Focus Band me to death. Like, that's always the thing I'm worried about. Like, Focus Band is probably the worst of all the held items in this game. And then sometimes it's just like you just can't do anything. Oh my god, are you serious? It's gonna confuse me. Is this happening? It missed! Magmar has Bright Powder. Oh my god, what is this? Stop! Thank god. Out of there, god. What was I talking about again? Right, she tries to trap you, but trap moves aren't good because of their inaccuracy. Not to mention that Sleep Clause and the fact that sleep in general is nerfed in this game makes it kind of just not the best strategy. Like, sleep is still really good, but like you're spending a lot of time to trap them just to put them to sleep for like 2 turns, and then they wake up. Or worse yet, like they put you to sleep first, and then you just switch, and then they can't do anything. They can't put any of your other Pokemon to sleep. And then the second guy, he's a cool trainer. Like, even the announcer is like, he's sure to be a tough fight. And then he sends out, like, a Charmander. He sends out all the first stage starter Pokemon. It's like, why? You know? Actually, if I look at this... Okay, I'm going to do this, this... And then... probably Magmar again. Magmar is kind of an interesting poke, given like just his general like move pool is insane. But I kind of feel like it's always just like he's better as backup, just because he's good at so many things, but isn't the best at any of them. Which, speaking of which, should I switch here? What do I have? I have. Actually, all of these are gonna get wrecked by this fucker. So I'm actually. It probably has a rock move, so I'm gonna reflect. Just figuring, it's probably not going to surf me. Any rock move would probably be stronger. Yeah, Ancient Power is scary. If it gets that stat boost, I might be fucked. Alright, that's fine. Now I can just low kick it. Low kick doesn't have perfect accuracy in this game, I'm pretty sure, but it can flinch, so hopefully I get some flinches. Hey, let's go. Alright, this will be it looks like it's going to be just barely a 4-hit, unless I get like some high damage rolls. Which I'm not. In fact, I've done the same damage 2 times in a row. Oh, it's gonna surf me now, crap. It might 2-hit me now. Oh, I think it just barely does. But I'm not gonna switch anything into a surf. Honestly, I didn't want to switch anything to an Ancient Power either. Nice crit, though. Kaboom! Damn, that's a good quote. Ugh. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention last time that... I don't know why I didn't think about this, but Pokemon Coliseum and XD of Gale of Darkness are basically the Pokemon Stadiums of Gen 3. But, like, I didn't think of that because, like, even though I really love those games, I don't even think of them. Wow. I'm getting a lot of crits. I'm pretty sure... Oh no, this guy does have the scope lens, so those are 12% instead of 6. But yeah, I don't even think of Coliseum and XD as stadium games because their single players are so like fleshed out. Like they're basically just full-on single-player games that happen to have a bit of the Coliseum stuff. Like the Coliseum stuff feels almost like an afterthought in that game, but it's like that's fine because the single player is insanely good. Like the Shadow Pokemon thing is super cool. Won't kill? Yeah. Kadabra's not very frail, but it's Gen 2. It's just not gonna die. Plus, it's level 54, so... I'm actually surprised my Dojo outspeeds it. Like, Dojo, I think, has 100 speed. So, like, it's not like Kadabra's... But I believe Kadabra has, like, also, like, 100 speed or something. Like the whole Abra lineup is insanely fast. Like, Abra's stats are, like, the most skewed thing. Like, it has, like, 105 special attack, like, 90 speed, and then it has, like, 20 HP and, like, 15 defense. It is actually insane. Like, in Little Cup, that Abra is, like, insane. You bring Abra in there with, like, max stats and, like, Psychic, and you can just one-shot everything. We got our Pokemaniac. I forget what his name is. Yeah, it's Pedro, right. He's got that damn Dragonite. Garnet Mania. Damn, what am I going to use here? I mean, just looking at, like, the Pokemon, I think I'm just gonna send up Pikachu to hit hard, Golduck to deal with Dragonite, and, like, just as a general backup, and then probably the one I'm most worried about might be Executor. I'm gonna send out Dojo, too. JoJo's nice and fast and it won't die. And it, worst come to shove, it has Reflect to help the rest of the team, so. Do 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 do. Oh god. I have Surf, but I don't think that'll kill, and this will almost certainly kill Pikachu. Ooh, but what does... This is like, okay, what's its backup though? This Donphan probably has a rock and a ground move, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to switch to Dodrio to avoid the Earthquake. I think it has Body Slam too, if I remember right, so hopefully it's going to Earthquake me, and then I'm going to switch to Golduck after. Yeah. Kind of funny that Dodrio's a flying type that can't... Like, well, I mean, it's not supposed to fly, but it learns Fly for some reason. I never understood that. Given that they restrict stuff like Butterfree and Beedrill from learning Fly, even though they can fly. One of those weird decisions. I'm not sure why. I guess they just figured it's a flying type, so whatever, but like... They specifically state that it can't fly. It's really weird. Okay, don't... Paralyzed? Okay, good. Okay, Golduck can definitely live in Earthquake, so I'm just gonna Surf it. Like, Counter might actually be more consistent, but I'm almost certainly faster anyways. What's it? Oh crap, is he switching to Executor? That might not be good. Oh, no, it's Vaporeon. I mean, that's still not good, because Golduck really can't do anything to this thing. I can't regret not having, like, Psychic or something, but I can't give this thing Egg moves, because it's a gift Pokemon. But if I switch to Pikachu, he's probably just gonna switch back to Donphan, to be honest. Like, whoa, I haven't heard that quote in a while. Well, if this Vaporeon has moves, it's probably not gonna Surf me if I had to guess. Let's see how much this does. Like, if it 2-hits me with like, Surf or something. Oh god. I'm hoping it doesn't, because I'm gonna throw it a Surf. Ugh! This is the worst part, though. I have to Thunderbolt. If this thing doesn't switch, which it didn't, I would be, like, probably fucked. And, okay, killed. Vaporeon has, like, I think it's, like, base 130 HP and, like, I think 95 special defense, so it's quite bulky on the special side. But, thankfully, Pikachu with Light Ball is quite a hard hitter. Oh, Dragonite. I wasn't expecting that. Well, that's fine then, because that means that his backup isn't anything. So I'm just going to paralyze it, because Pikachu can't do that much to it. This thing is level 55, so it's quite scary. Maybe I'll get lucky? Hey! Sweet! Free paralyze. Let's go. Thunderbolt his ass. Like, even Light Ball Pikachu can't, like, 3-shots this thing. Like, that's insane. This might actually kill, even with, like... Oh! That was close. Alright, thanks to the lucky Paralyze and the fact that that didn't quite kill, this Dragonite's actually quite beat up now. Oh, that's Thunder Punch, wow. Boom. I believe... I'm not sure. I think he has a Dragonite in Master Cup too. I believe the Dragonite he has there has Extreme Speed. Which I'm assuming that one does, because I'm pretty sure if this one did, it would have been Extreme Speeding me in the first place. Because that would have definitely killed. Which I think is actually super cool that they actually like have the Extreme Speed Dragonite in this game. Which is really rad. They have some really cool movesets. They actually have some illegal movesets in this game, because there are certain, like, I think it's some of the Elite Four members have Pokemon with movesets that consist of a Gen 1 TM and an Egg move, which is impossible. Or rather, specifically, a Gen 2 move, Egg move. Like, I think, Bruno has an Executor with, like, Counter and Ancient Power, which is impossible. Or no, I think it's Explosion and Ancient Power, which is impossible, because Explosion is only a Gen 1 TM, and you can't breed Gen 1 TMs onto your Pokemon. And the game doesn't recognize it as illegal, because it doesn't check for that kind of thing. It just checks if it's possible to learn. It doesn't check for move combinations. don't believe, but I might be wrong. And it's funny because I believe that in the similar venue in Stadium 1 there is one of the jugglers has a bunch of Pokemon with metronome, and he actually has a pink name because he has a Slowbro with metronome, which can't actually learn it, but they just gave it to him for that one fight, which is kind of funny. Anyways, yeah, that's about it for this episode. That was pretty fun. Like, honestly, Stadium 2 is just such a fun game. Like, I say if you're gonna play this game, you should do it with the rentals, even if the rentals are kind of bullshit. Some of them are pretty bullshit bad. But, like, honestly, like, using your own team kind of, like, makes it really easy. But I don't know, maybe, like, I would say if you're gonna play it, don't use, like, legendaries at least. Like, because, like, you can use, like, the Beasts, the Zapdos, Moltres, Articuno, those guys. But, like, those will make it really easy. Like, a Zapdos with Thunderbolt and Drill Peck will get you through, like, pretty much the whole game. And, like, the only thing that you really have to worry about is, like, rock ground types, and then you just use Suicune to back it up or something, and you're basically just set. Like, Zapdos plus Suicune equals you win, basically. Anyways, see you guys later.